Allied dropship approaching.
So when you start the game, the first thing you have to do is accept the end-user license agreement. Okay, let's read that. 1.1. This agreement is a contract. I'm joking, everybody. After that, you can change your language, your main hand and the grip type. If you want more information, hover over the eye. Next up, the locomotion type. And good news to you all, you can play it with teleport, but I will use smooth. Now you can change your difficulty. I kept it on advanced. And last but definitely not least, when talking about options, the way you want to reload. I like to reload myself, so I chose manual. And I also get a damage and magazine buff. Ain't that a treat? When you press start, you get thrown into the tutorial mission, where everything is getting explained you need to know. Same goes for the campaign mission. You will always get some kind of hint or explanation from the game. When you're done with the tutorial mission, you get teleported to the ship and can see units you can spawn on the battlefield. There are way more than you can see here. To your right is the training room and to your left is the control room, from where you control your ship. That means missions and more. Let me show you. So, when you're in the control room and you turn to the right, you see different PCs. The first one is the encyclopedia. Sadly, you can't touch the buttons, you can only select them. As you know, touching buttons in VR is a big immersion plus for me. Anyway, here are informations about the monsters you face, and there are quite a few, plus a hologram of a bug. Left side of the encyclopedia is the research table. Here you can upgrade your weapons and unlock new things. Again, there's quite a few things that want to be researched. On the other side, we have a store where you can purchase a supporter pack. To be honest, $10 is more than fair. So if you like the game and you want to see more development of it, give it a go. Here's a message from the developer and it says that the game is actively in development. That is awesome to hear. To the right of the message board, you can put weapons on your character. To be honest, it would be nice if we would also have the ability to put the weapons on the slots by ourselves. Maybe an equipment rack with the weapons we have. Just an idea. You may be asking if you have to go to these PCs all the time when you want to research something. No, you don't have to do that. You can do that when you're on the platform in the middle of the ship. You will also increase your rank when you do missions, but you don't get points to spend. You rank up and unlock new gadgets. Under profile, you can change your avatar. The more you play, the more avatars you get. And under social, you have your Steam friend list, which I'm not going to show. Oh, you thought I forgot the settings, right? No, it's just later this time. Keeping it fresh, you know? So, when you select settings, you start in the gameplay window, where you can change your language, difficulty, calibrate your avatar height, which I can recommend to do once, because for me the calibration wasn't correct, and it doesn't hurt to just press it again, and you can change much more. Next up is controls, where options for your comfort are, so change everything to your liking. After that, we have the graphics, and we can only enable or disable anti-aliasing. And to the right is a comparison picture. Nice idea, but I don't see a difference in the picture. Maybe it's too small? I set it on X4. And the audio, which is self-explanatory. And a count, which of course I will not show. To leave the menu, select Home, top left. Here we have Campaign, Galaxy Conquest, Create Game, Join Game and a map editor. I will show you that later. To do Galaxy Conquest, we first have to complete the campaign. Under Join Game, you can join a game, which is different from a Galaxy Conquest. Here you can also create a game. Either a co-op or a PvP game. Let's take a look at co-op. Whoa, 5 different modes. Let's choose one. So because I have not finished the campaign, I can only do one map. Let me finish the campaign on Planet Titan real quick. And then I will be back. But first, more explanations. If you want to, you can allow others to join your campaign mission. People actually joined me in a later campaign mission. So let's talk about the gameplay and what you can do. So left stick is moving, right stick is turning, and by pushing and holding the right stick up, you use the jetpack. And if you spread out your arms, you can glide, which is really cool. When you press left B, you open the map where you can see mineral deposits, can select units, structures and set a beacon for your teammates. When you hold left A, you open the quick slot menu and don't need to grab the weapons from your back. If you press right A, you open the construction menu, if that's the real word for it. On the left you have different options and also a tactical view, which will spawn you high in the air and lets you place buildings and units easier. To change the direction the building, in this example the turret, is facing, turn your wrist. To spawn it the way you want can sometimes be a little tricky. If you click combat view, you are back in your first person view. I must say, I do like this. And right B is for ejecting the magazine. When you turn your left wrist, you see this watch. Here you see your health, a compass, the amount of minerals you have, which is nice because you don't need to check that in the construction menu, the playtime, and that you have to press start to start the mission. So you have spawned more than one unit and want that they all follow you. There are multiple ways to do that. One is by selecting them all. This is done by pressing right A, holding the trigger and drawing a circle around the units. If you now look at your left hand, you can see what they can do. Second way is by opening the map and selecting them there. Of course, enemies are trying to destroy your base. So when your buildings or your units get hit, select them and click on repair. It's always cheaper to repair than build new. And when you kill bugs, they often drop these mineral-looking objects. Shoot them to destroy them and you will get 100 minerals. That will come in handy very, very often. In every mission so far, there are dropships that drop containers. And these have different items in them. If you see one, shoot it to destroy it. And if it's not a gun or a unit, shoot the item to collect it. You see this mech here, right? Yes, you can use it. And it's freaking awesome. You can also research that you can stomp with the mag. On your ship or in a mission you can get new weapons. In a mission, before you press start, click on weapons on the top right and either select an empty or used weapon slot. Now if you have the amount of currency, select the weapon and buy it. One thing I would like to say, even though I'm talking all the time, it would be nice if the currency would be unified. We have dollar on the weapons and minerals as currency. You can also get a sniper, either by dropship or buying it, and I must say this is the first sniper that feels really nice when looking through the scope. And if you die, it looks like this and you respawn back at the base. Before I use the magic of video editing, when you finish a mission and don't want to redo it, be careful that you don't press play again, because you are unable to revoke that decision. The only way out now is by leaving the game and going back to your ship. That is done by pressing right A and selecting mission, and then back to ship. When you select a building, in that case a turret, you can also upgrade them. And if you don't have enough minerals, guess what she's saying?
Not enough minerals.
You can actually spawn this unit and even cooler ones. And to see these is part of your experience. But sadly, even in Galaxy Conquest missions, I have not seen them being spawned or used. But in this mission, you can fly this. This is so cool. You can even open the door. I guess that's the back door and you can draw players? That would be so sick. Okay, let's research something. When you have enough research points, which you get by playing and finishing missions, you go into the Research tab and research something you want. I'm always curious how they're gonna make a shotgun in a VR game, so research the shotgun damage boost. You can always purchase the shotgun, I just want to increase the damage. Anyway, let's do it. When you have clicked on research, you have to wait until the circle is full. By the way, I have never said the word research so many times. Now that we unlock the extra damage, let's also buy the shotgun. Click on weapons, click on any slot you see and buy your weapon of choice. It is automatically equipped. Alright, what do we say we try it out? But you are not done with the campaign, you might say. Well, with the magic of video editing, I have completed the campaign. Oh, I nearly forgot to mention the extractors. To gain minerals, you have to spawn extractors. And now for the shotgun. One thing about the shotgun, the sound feels kinda weak. Could we get a more oomph sound? But other than that, it's my favorite gun. To reload your pistol, you have to put the magazine in a weird way. Feels very unnatural. If possible, could this be looked at? Alright, let me show you the map editor. After clicking on create map, you need to give your map a name and change, if you want to, your game type and biome. For the sake of showing you, I will just name it my map. When you're done, press start. Welcome to the map editor. You can do a lot here, but I will just give you an overview of the editor. Important note, the change you do is not being shown in real time. You always need to click on preview. So when you press right A, you open the map editor menu. Under general settings, you can change your map name, game type, and so on. This is also the point where you can try out and save your map. Under world, you can change how your world looks, and let me tell you, the amount of options is staggering. As you can see on the top, this is just terrain. Under environment, you can change your skybox. They mostly look great. Except this one. Under music, you can select the music you want to be played while playing your map and also listen to the music. Under landscape, you can change the landscape, and under lighting, you can change the sun settings, fog settings and ambient settings. Under build, you can build your world. Let's say you want to place this rock. Select it, grab it and place it in the world. Done. Rock placed. And if you hold over the asset, you can see how many polygons it has. Not sure why you need to know that, but it's a cool feature. Oh, and keep an eye on your budget. Top left. That is the amount of things you can place in the world. Same goes for the items at the top middle. Maybe I have not found it, but let's say you want to make a forest or place a lot of tiny fern. There was no way to place them in mass. Maybe there is a way, but I haven't seen it. But if there is none, could that please be implemented? Yes, you can just click on them and they spawn, but you have to place them one by one with your hand. It would be awesome if we could use a tool to quote-unquote spray them on the ground. Alright, next point. AI. Here you can set up your AI. What attacks at wave 1, how many, if they have buffs and much more. And last but not least, game. Here you can adjust the game. For example, the difficulty, the amount of players, if the difficulty adjusts automatically or if you have to play in squad mode. What is squad mode? That's a mode where you have friendly fire and such. Still in-game, but now under gameplay you can change the player's health, the army limit, even the rewards from the dropship and how often they spawn. And now for the last option. The game mode. Here you can change how often you get attacked, if there are bug ship attacks. That means if bug ships spawn in the sky and you have big enemy waves, and so much more. If you want to know more, click on help on the bottom left of the menu. Here you get tips and tricks on how to make a good and working map. There are even tiny videos when you click on tutorials at the top right. And that's it for this video. I hope I could give you a brief overview of the game, what you can do, how it feels and how it plays. If you want to see a no commentary gameplay video of this game, click on this video here. And if you want to see more of these no commentary gameplay videos, maybe even from older games I have made a video of, tell me in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like button, and if you want to support the channel, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching till the end. Even when the odds are stacked against you, remember that every challenge you overcome makes you stronger. Stand your ground, adapt, and never lose sight of your mission. Your resilience is your greatest weapon.